Welcome back to Kevin's Trooper channel. This is the channel where we do all types of DIY projects for overlanding and off-roading. I'm so excited I can't even hardly do the intro. Look at what was waiting for me at my doorstep when I got home today. The HOBART 27i plasma cutter. Now, I've been researching plasma cutters for literally months. And you know, if you're in the market for a plasma cutter, I can tell you what I found out through months of research. The first thing is, there's tons of $200 and $300 plasma cutters that are cheap, Chinese-made knockoffs, and they might work when you take them out of the box. But more than likely, within a month or two, you're going to have a project and it's going to go bad on you. You're going to turn it on and nothing's going to happen. I read this over and over. Something is going to go wrong, and more than likely, it's going to quit working on you. So really, that $300 with the warranty that they offer is probably going to be wasted, and you're going to be saving your money to invest in a decent machine. So what I decided to do was to go with this HOBART 27i, and I decided that for several reasons. Number one is HOBART is a fairly reputable company. They've been around for a long time and they make good quality machines. And this machine at $1,100 or so was right at the very upper end of my budget. There are probably better machines out there, Hypertherm, Thermal Dynamics, probably a little bit better machines, but they're in the $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 ranges, and that was just a little bit out of my budget. So I really went with as good of a machine as I could afford. And I really go with that buy once, cry once mentality whenever it comes to things you're going to have for probably the next 20 years. Spend as much as you possibly can the first time and get a quality machine. And this thing has a great warranty. I think it's called the 531 warranty. It's 5 years on parts of it. Some of it is 3 years, and I think the torch was 1 year. But this comes with HOBART quality, and it should last me for years and years. Now they do make, I think, what's called a 40i, but I don't have the air compressor to run that. And if you're shopping for plasma cutters, the air output, the CFMs that your air compressor puts out is very important. And the 40i, I think it was 5 CFMs that it requires, and that's what my air compressor will push. But from everything that I researched, you really want to have 1.5 times the CFMs that the machine requires for several reasons. You don't want your air compressor straining the whole time that you're plasma cutting if you do a big project. And also, these CFM that these air compressor companies put out, the CFMs that the machine actually puts out is not quite what they say, and what they say is under the absolute best circumstances. So I think this requires 3.5 CFMs, and my air compressor puts out 5. So this was actually perfect for me. I think this thing cuts, I believe it's 5/8 material. I don't plan on cutting anything thicker than 5/8 material. And the other thing about getting a quality machine is the torch. The torch on some of these $200 and $300 machines are super cheap. They're light plasticky material that melt in some cases. And so I wanted a quality machine, so I went with this HOBART 27i. Now, the bad part about all of this is I can't open this yet, and it's killing me. And the reason that I can't open it yet, number one, is I don't have my 220 plug installed. They're coming to do that in the next couple of days. This machine can run off of a regular 110 household 20 amp circuit, and I could start it up and run it that way, but from everything that I've researched, these machines run best at their maximum input, which would be 220. So I'm going to wait and have my 220 installed so that we can give this thing a fair shot at seeing what it can actually do. Now, I'm not opening this thing yet, and I'll tell you why. Because today is Tuesday, and on Thursday, which is in 2 days, I'm leaving town for the weekend. My 220 is not installed yet. It's going to be a couple of days till I get that installed. And that means I'm not going to get to open it this weekend because I'm not going to be there. So I'm gonna wait till the next weekend and cut this box open with you guys so that you can see. We're gonna put it together, we're gonna plug it into my new 220, and we'll cut some metal and put it through its paces. And I'm gonna bring you guys along. I wanted for us to do it together. And I'm not one for delayed gratification, so it's driving me crazy, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on you guys. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you catch that video and all my future videos. And give me a thumbs up because you know it means a lot to me. Thank you guys. I'll be back in a week and a half and we'll see you then.